Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hey everyone. Who really knows the right way to eat? Nobody. I don't know, maybe some people and maybe the people who do, it was after a lot of training. But when is it that we were told or taught the right way? And that's mainly what I really wanted to talk about today. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, my name is Tess Washington, MD, board certified physician surgeon. And on this channel, we mainly talk about lifestyle modifications, preventive medicine, ways that you can stay healthy, get off of some of your allopathic medications with changes in our life and live a longer and healthier life. I'm board certified in medicine, but I also took an additional training in functional medicine, age management medicine, hormonal medicine, and obesity medicine. I'm currently studying for the NASM personal trainer certification. So I am knowledgeable in this area. And this is something that I really want to focus on maybe for the next couple of months. We actually are going to have a quiz on Monday. It's going to start being a quiz in a description box, and it's going to be based on the content I'm going to be talking about for the whole week. I got a new mic that I'm going to be talking about for the whole week. And in that way, that will kind of like bring everything together. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you subscribe, come back, because we're going to make it all make sense. And hopefully, you'll get something out of it. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Edwin, how are you? There's Edwin. Hey, how are you? I'm good. I know. Yeah, here's the thing. I that touched me because I think I'm not gonna say I saw her, but I had visits and I went to the palace and I just yeah, you know how you go somewhere and it makes you feel like you're a part of it. So yeah, that was quite devastating. Yes, I think that the actual crowning is like today. So I can understand how some people are probably detained with that. But I will definitely edit this and put it up for a replay for people who are not available to watch during this showing. But yes, mainly eating is so difficult. Now, mainly why? What is it that we learn when we're little? Eat everything on your plate, or we were brought up on a philosophy that a lot of things that were established during that time were proven to be incorrect. They were just based on the times. Like if you think about it, when we were first taught eat everything on your plate or whatever, that was also when they advertised smoking cigarettes is something that you really want to do. Well, kind of found out that really wasn't the best advice. So we also found out that the plate sizes were huge, and the starchy foods. And even if we said everything that was taught at that time was 100% accurate at that time, times have changed significantly. We're dealing with a whole lot of environmental factors, stress factors, fast food that it has a lot of artificial preservatives that we were not dealing with at that. And they exercise more. Every time you saw them, they were like exercising. Way back when, we don't exercise anymore, we just sit. We sit to do everything. I'm sitting now, I hate that. But so life was different. And even if we said that their philosophy of dietary intake was accurate, we are not physically acting like they did. And I'm talking about like in the 1930s and the 1940s. And sugar being introduced was mainly the staple that started the negative decline. And a lot of it is just mainly habits. So that's why I said, like, mainly, I don't think that is so much. We all want the results of eating healthy because when we see a healthy person, we admire them. Like, wow, look at those muscles, or look at how fast they could run. Or so we admire the agility and the physical positive contributions of having a healthy diet and lifestyle, but we don't. We come up with good, solid reasons not to help ourselves. And I think that that's the main thing in the initial part of this series is mainly just talking to us. And why am I so close? Yeah, I hate this. Yeah, I got another. Yeah, I got another mic, and hopefully this, because I got this podcast mic, and when I use this, it makes, and I'm like, I'm sitting here looking at myself like, why are you so close? Back up, man. Yeah, give me some space. So, but when I back up, I can't. The the reception goes out on his mic. But anyway, let me get my point across. So the point is that it's going to take more so behavioral changes for everyone. And I'm so passionate about this because me too. Every day, there's not one day. I promise you, there's not one day that I've been, oh yeah, oh man, man, I'm about to work out. Never, ever. But once I get on the machine, I do feel good about it. And I also will tell you, answering to somebody or something increases your dedication because I feel like I have to answer you guys. And that's not true because you guys could care less if I exercise or not. But mentally, I feel like it. And that goes into a whole different thing that I'm not going to go into now, but it talks about how they used to say that social media was bad for you, but scientists are starting to prove that it actually is good for your mental health because people who are influencers or if they consistently are making money or something off of social media, they going to show up and they're going to help someone or someone's going to say something positive in their comments. So they're actually seeing that social media can be positive. For me, it makes me do things that I probably ain't excited about because I believe, how can I ask you guys to do something and I'm not willing to do it myself? My mentors were like that. I watched them and I did it. And if you think about it, when you're raising your children do what mommy and daddy do. When daddy is trying to potty train little junior, he takes him to the bathroom with him. And then he wants to stand there and be like his dad. So that's the same philosophy that I believe in. So obviously I'm dressed so that I could hit the gym right after I talk to you guys today. But I just really wanted to talk about food and how it's really not your fault that you don't know the right way to eat. And when you go to your doctor just tells you what they can during that period of time because they do have a large amount of patients to see. And even when you talk to the dietitian after your visit, these people are per hour and they're on their job. A lot of homework is up to you. But where do you even start? Where do you even begin? I agree. So I want to set this didactic situation up where this is start one. And, all the videos are obviously going to be recorded. And we have a community and I have an app. And in the community, let me see if I'm going to try to share the screen for the community, but it looks just like Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. What's the name of it? Uh, I'll show it to you. You tell me what you think it looks like. But and in a community, in the different rooms of the community, I can leave various topics. So of course, it'll be one room for smoking cessation, weight loss, hair loss. So if I'm reviewing a topic, I could just put a document in the community and then you guys could just go over there and reference it. So I can definitely set you up with a didactic structure and of course, it have references, but you can feel free to take it to your primary and make sure your primary is okay with it. Because mainly, like I was just saying over in TikTok, but my phone went dead. Um, we go to the doctor and the doctor says eat healthy. Okay. Now, where do we start? Let's say we're on certain medications. There are certain medications that lead to and if you're taking certain supplements, there are certain medications that decrease the potency of some supplements. Some supplements shouldn't be taken if you're on some medications. If you have a certain meal in front of you, that may provide you with your daily requirement, which means that you don't need the supplement. And if you do have a supplement, how do you know if it's of quality? And respecting vendors, I'm not saying anything negative, but if it's on an Amazon shelf or a CVS or a Rite Aid, how do you really know the quality? And that's being kind, because I'm not saying anything negative against those places. But what I do know is where I get the supplements from, I know that because it's on the label. Okay, there's a requirement. That's what I was gonna say. That there's a requirement. Let me see if I can pull it up. There's a requirement that supplements are supposed to meet. Actually, the FDA does play a role. And you know what? I'm going to stop, because when I have that conversation, I want to have a whole lot of documents up in addition, because I want to make sure when you guys walk away, you're not like, whatever. Because this is important, because in this space, we hear so many different things. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. Honestly, I'm not, because this is what I'm doing. This is what my mom is doing. We all need to eat right. So it's almost like I'm trying to convince you to do something good when you have been indoctrinated with doing it with no instructions, no direction. And we don't really feel the negative effects of eating bad or not exercising, because the body is a very strong vessel. Physiologically, we're very strong. We go through deterioration, and changing our eating habits and our physical habits can decrease the deterioration. What is increasing the longevity of life? You make your life longer if you push death further away, right? So we don't realize it, but we're saying the same thing, but we don't realize that we're saying the same thing. You feel me? And that's the main reason why our diet and our exercise means so much. Now you look at some things like cancer or whatever, and you're like, well, it runs in my family. Well, everybody in my family has diabetes, but I don't. So just because things run in our family don't make it inevitable. And I really kind of question that runs in your family. Now, that goes into DNA, biological, genetics, and that's the reason why one of the companies I work with, 3x4 Genetics, we look at your genes. And there's all kinds of ways now that we can look and say, okay, looking at your genes, there's a very strong probability that you will have X, Y, Z. So let's try to set you up where that could not happen. That makes sense, right? And but we're not going to meet none of those goals by just always doing things the way that we always have done things. That doesn't even make sense. So let me just show you really quick a video of the meal plans, because that was the main announcement that I had yesterday over on TikTok, that we're going to have meal plans set up with my practice, and it will help me to help you a lot better, because I could show you an exercise or I could put you on a supplement, but if we're not changing your diet, or if we're not changing your sleep or changing additional behaviors, we're not going to get the results that you would desire. Now, we're going to get some results because something is better than nothing. But wouldn't it be so much better if you also knew how to eat? Everyone really, I mean, I wish, and if once I get a little bit more consistent, I will. But I wish I had a few more people in during this live. I wish I could just say a show of hands, how many people would simply love to know how to eat right? I, to me, that's a big deal. I would love to know exactly how to eat, and I'm learning too, because I've always just been like quick, man. I used to tell my cousin, if it take longer than 2 minutes, I don't want to eat it. Microwave. I'm single. That's how it is. Traveling, living in hotels, and I got away with it. I think because I've always been active, but did I really get away with it? Physiologically and internally. So I just want to show you guys a video real quick of the meal plans. And like if you did decide to sign up with my membership, the way that the meal plans would come. Let me just go ahead and get that set up. Mhm. How's everyone doing today? I know you guys are watching the replay, so how you doing when you're watching the replay? How you doing? Going into this. All right, cool. All right. When is it? Yeah, that one. All right, let me make this bigger. And I'm gonna start this from the beginning.
Cooking.
Hold on a second. Oh, go back.
Welcome to your quick start guide to getting the most out of your meal planner. Meeting your nutrition goals has never been simpler. Each week, you will receive a meal plan with simple recipes that has been hand curated by nutrition professionals and chefs.
Oh, hold on
Your
a
meal
second.
plan is interactive and fully customizable to fit your
Okay.
lifestyle. You can add and remove recipes based on your preferences. You can adjust the number of servings
All right, guys, you know me.
recipes you want to make more of for later.
Hold on a
To
second.
create
Let me try to
leftovers
make
in
this
your
make
planner,
sense.
drag
Hold
the
on a
recipe
second.
into the specified day, then click the grocery icon.
All right, hold on a second. Let me try to make this make sense. Right, y'all know I'm trying to get fancy. All right, let me see. I don't know how to stop it. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta tell you, man. Good doctor, when are you gonna learn that you do not know technology? All right, all right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying. I'm trying. I am. Take two. We're gonna do this again. Hold on a second. So basically, I was saying yesterday that the meal plans that you guys are gonna receive are gourmet made. They're not like just like kind of like some of the stuff that they have on like YouTube. Just well, this is YouTube, but not like just like your random meal plan. I was fortunate enough to run across this dietitian, and it's actually all part of this company that I work with as far as my functional medicine, one of the services I offer for patients. And I just was like scrolling, like, it's got to be a way that I could find something to add because I felt like nutrition and meal planning was missing. And I was actually looking at how to put meal plans together myself for you guys. And if anyone knows me, I'm already like doing a little bit too much. And I was like, well, how would I know? I'm not a registered dietitian. I mean, I'm a physician, but I'm not a dietitian. And they do know what they know. And I respect that. And so I knew that I couldn't offer you guys the kind of meal plan I felt like you deserved. So, unfortunately, I found this. So I'm going to share the screen again, and I think I got it right this time. Mhm. Hold on, let me just open it. All right, stop. You stop now. Try it again. And one day I'm gonna get like sophisticated and get like real IT to help me. I think that's what the good doctor needs. I need IT. All right. And I think, am I supposed to? I think if I click it over here, then you guys will hear it. All right.
Guide to getting the most out of your meal planner. Meeting your nutrition goals has never been simpler. Each week, you will receive a meal plan with simple recipes that has been hand curated by nutrition professionals and chefs. Your meal plan is interactive and fully customizable to fit your lifestyle. You can add and remove recipes based on your preferences. You can adjust the number of servings and scale those recipes you want to make more of for later. To create leftovers in your planner, drag the recipe into the specified day, then click the grocery icon, and ingredients will be hidden from your smart grocery list. Liking recipes using the green heart will add them to your recipe box. Here, you can search for recipes and add them directly to your planner. As you customize your plan, the nutrition facts will automatically adjust as well as your smart grocery list. You can generate your grocery list for those days you want to shop for. You can print your entire planner along with your list and recipes. Use your list to order groceries online or take your meal plan and grocery list with you, as it can be viewed and modified on any mobile device. Selecting and preparing healthy food shouldn't be complicated. Whether you're preparing a family meal or packing snacks for an afternoon full of activities, we're here to support you with plenty of options. To log into your meal planner, refer to your practitioner's website or reach out to them for more information. We look forward to seeing you in the kitchen, and happy cooking.
So that's not bad, huh, guys?
Welcome to your quick start guide to
Okay,
getting the
all
most
right.
out of your meal planner.
We're not gonna do
Meeting
that
your
again.
nutrition
No,
goals
no,
has
no.
never
We're not gonna do that again. All right. So that wasn't bad, right? And yay, that wasn't bad. And you could have a meal plan. It's like, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, but it's over there. Or yeah, it's in my computer. I feel like we could have millions of pieces of paper, but if we kind of like don't really have anyone who's there with us or who's pushing us, or like I did this and I did, yeah, right. I can, yes, I was, like I said, I'm humble, guys. This ain't nothing. Like I said over on TikTok, I'm not, this ain't nothing I came up with on my own, or I'm with Full Script. That's the dispensary that I use for my supplements. And the way I am, when I clean up or whatever, I watch different videos, YouTube or whatever, just to get pointers. And I saw this lady who was doing the Full Script, just all the different integrations. And at first, I was actually going to turn it off. I was like, "Oh my god, this is another trying to sell you something or whatever," but that's not how it is. I mean, like, and when I saw the way that she went about it, it made so much sense. Like, she literally is in the kitchen, like, showing you how to cook this. And then also, one of the things I liked was she said everyone doesn't have everything. Like, they may not have a gourmet kitchen, or they may not have all of the different like the pots and the various things to measure. So the way that she sets it up is kind of like whatever you have or whatever you can afford, let's start from there. So when I heard her say that, I was like, okay, I'm listening. So I started listening closer. And with this smart meal plan, like, let's say, so see, this is the main thing I want to take home. Like, let's say that you have diabetes. All right. And a lot of times we find out we have diabetes, which we shouldn't. And I'll talk about that later. And the reason why I say we shouldn't is because actually we should be checking our sugar, our blood pressure, our heart rate, even if we don't have that disease, as a part of biohacking. And we can talk about that at another time. But if you have diabetes And if you're on metformin or insulin and you're told to eat healthy, how do you even know where to start? Or if you are measuring, you got the app, you downloaded, what's that my fitness pal? And it's like, okay, it says that I'm supposed to have this many calories. How do you know? uh, have you calculated what your activity is for the day? What your weight is? How much do you need in order for you to just breathe, think, get through your jobs, take care of your kids, go up and down your stairs, walk from your bus stop? There is no cookie cutter. There isn't. And it's very important for you guys to have, like, and me too, an understanding. So if I, like, let's say I get up in the morning and I say, well, I take these 18 supplements. I take these 18 supplements. Do I even need them? And there are some supplements that we could take them that if we don't need them, they could do harm. And we don't know that because we're figuring, oh, well, it's just vitamins and whatever I don't need, I'll urinate it out. Maybe, maybe not, because we have some that are fat soluble. And if it's fat soluble, what does that mean? It's stored in your fat and is released when it's fat soluble. So, it makes sense for us to really understand supplements and the food that we eat. Where does it go? And how does that work with the current medication that we're on? And how does all that work with our current lifestyle? That's a lot. And that's a lot to put on poor patients to just go home understanding this. You gotta, that's a lot. I was about to say it's like, making the poor parents be at home, like, okay, you were a janitor the other day, now you're a school teacher of four people. I didn't even get through math. That's a lot. That's a lot. Much respect to the parents who, stepped up to the plate during that time. I gotta tell you that was, I was like, I'm glad I don't have any kids. I don't know. That was a lot during that time. So and the reason why I like the fact of having this available is because it's helping me. Because, like, this um kitchen thing, if you will, it comes with a library full of information and resources and references that I had never went to, because I'm not a registered dietitian. So I didn't go through their criteria. But let me see if I could share. There are just some initial conversation with regards to our relationship with food that I wanted you guys to just think about. I'm thinking about them too. And you can just ask yourself, how do they apply to the way that you look at food? Because, like I said, we're not going to get anywhere with anything if you haven't made up your mind that that's what you're ready to do. Period. We're not, we can just basically be small talking, but we're never going to get anywhere until we definitively decide that that's something that we want to do. Let me see. I just want to try to. I better leave it alone. 'Cause I'm about to click something now. I'm trying to make this a little bit bigger, so I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see. Automatic zoom. I am not trying to. Yeah, I am not trying to hit too many buttons because I. Oh, I know. Let me see. There you go. Okay, let me see. And but I made it a little bit bigger. Uh, oh, I know. Oh no, if I made it. Oh, I know. Okay, I know how to make it a little bit bigger for you guys. I think. Oh. Oh my god. Why do I do stuff? Okay. What did I do? Okay. Guys, look, man, just work with me. Just know the good doctor's trying. All right. You may have to put your bifocals on in order to read this, but just work with me. So anyway, the relationship with food and our body. So just to answer a few questions for yourself, and I'll type this up and I'll put this down in the description box and you can refer to it later on. And these answers are for you. They're not for me. And when I answer these questions, they're for me. And like I said, there's no, at the end of the day, you could eat what you want, you could do what you want, you can walk away from this. I'm just trying to make myself a resource with positive, honest information and just something for you to make those lifestyle modifications to give you the results and the goal that you want. Because like I said, I have my philosophy on having surgical intervention to give you a certain appearance because at that time you're chasing your tail because you already had got to a physical appearance or an aesthetic that you didn't like and now you're trying to reverse it with a quick fix, but have we fixed the initial problem? Most of us haven't. And that's why the plastic surgeons are so happy because they get the same person who comes back for lipo 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times, which means that obviously they didn't fix the problem that led them to need lipo in the first place. So that's just my thoughts on it. Let's go through these. What words come to mind when you think about food? And that's a really good question. Um, I'm not a foodie. I eat because if I don't eat, I'll die. So, I mean, I'm not really one who's really into foods, but some people are passionate about food, and I really respect that. But if I was to answer that question, what words come to mind? Like, oh, I have to. I mean, I don't, where some other people would they would think whatever they think. So ask yourself what words come to mind when you think about food, and how do you envision your future relationship with food? Now, I ain't never thought about these kind of questions, right? I've never thought about. I didn't realize I was in a relationship with food, but I guess we all are. And so that's a great for me, these are like, stimulating thought that I never had before. So, but, you know, how do you envision your future with food? Share at least 2 intentions for a journey of exploring your relationship, I'm sure, with food. And so, like I said, these are just questions to stimulate you to start to think. And I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you guys to just stimulate you to change your behavior. Because, like I shared with you guys before, my father was a poly substance abuser, and no one could stop him from doing any kind of substance until he had made up in his mind, this is not good. This is not what I want to do. And but before that, nothing would have worked, right? And it's kind of funny because once you make up your mind, everything works. And like me, I'm a sugar fanatic, man. I love sugar. And I purposefully I would keep like even though I had candy, I would keep like diabetic candy. I purposely made up my mind I just didn't want to eat candy anymore. So I stopped buying it. Step one. And initially, man, I was just like, oh, I was ready to just like go get a packet of Kool-Aid or something that just has some sugar in it. But after a while, because I really made up my mind that that was something I wanted to stop doing. So I just went through that pain and I was able to get past it. So your mind will dominate in a positive if you allow it to do so and just get past that craving. You could do it. And your body and your brain would really be happy because you'll think clearer and everything else. So, what activities that do not involve food or drinks bring you joy? These are questions that I just want you guys to ask yourself. Um, I don't really get joy in food. I'm a tough one on that one. But there are some people who they like, I've talked to a lot of people who they've stated that the only thing that brings them pleasure is eating a certain dish or something like that. So I guess that mainly kind of like focuses in that direction. Um, um, how are you able to reward yourself without food or drinks? And how do you connect food to your body? And these are very thought provoking questions. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type these questions up and put them together, maybe in some kind of a little tracker or an infographic, because I made a whole lot of cute stuff for you guys with like colors and everything. Almost looked like I was using crayons. So, I'll put that in the description box. And then I'll also let you guys know on social media that I have it available for you. But as just pretty much, I just want to open a conversation. And like, first of all, like I said, I am definitely not a guru, and I'm just a human physiological being who is going through this life just like you guys are, and I'm trying to acquire healthy habits. I like to share some of that information with you for people who are members in my practice and who want to get off of certain medications. In order for us to get off of those medications, we do need to make some lifestyle modifications. What did I do right here? Okay, I must have did something. Okay, I don't know. All right, let me see. Okay, that's annoying. Go away. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I was there. But we need to make some lifestyle modifications if we want to get off of some allopathic medications. For people who are part of my fitness program, we can't get results in a gym if we don't start with results in the kitchen. Period. Now, we can get some gains because at least you're moving, at least you're not sitting. So happy about that. But we're not gonna get those abs or though that definition or that goal if we don't start eating differently. Period. Now, just if you're not like eating in the middle of the night, or if you're not just like eating anything, that's a plus. Anything is a plus. But I'm talking about for us to really win, 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 conquer, win, win, win. We gotta change our diet. And that's pretty much long and short. So I'm going to jump on, hit the treadmill. I'll be on there for about 2 hours. While I'm on the treadmill, you guys know I'll be checking your messages and responding and doing some videos, some TikToks and communicating. And then I'll be jumping in the computer, and I made it my goal. I finally broke down and I finally decided on the CRM. Honestly, can I tell you guys, I ghosted some of you guys. I gotta tell you the truth. Because I didn't really have anywhere to put all the information, and I was working on so many things for you guys. I decided on the CRM. I decided on Zoho. I was going back and forth between Zoho and HubSpot, and yeah, I couldn't go with HubSpot. I just couldn't. Yeah, that's quite a bit of money. I I feel like maybe later I may consider HubSpot because HubSpot is doing a whole lot of great things, but I went with Zoho. So I'm going to hit the treadmill for 2 hours, then come back, address a lot of you guys in the DMs that I didn't hit on the treadmill, and get some information available for you guys in the description box and in my link in bio, and get your quiz ready so that you can start from ground one. Classes in session as a brand new student with intentions of having lifestyle modifications that will be healthy for you, your entire family, and if your kids adopt this positive lifestyle for generations and generations and generations. All right. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you come around because I'm going to come around more, and we're going to get this all done together. And for the rest of this Saturday, you have a great day. Take care.